Shit boom! Welcome to the Magic Sponge podcast with your free host, me, Rob Beckett, Ian Smith, and Mr. Silly Bollocks himself, Jimmy Bullard.
Here I am, guys.
Our guest,
What an intro.
Our guest this week is the 33rd most capped England player of all time, Emile Heskey.
Hello,
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
It's exciting, isn't it? Proper footballer, look. Played for England.
Not like the other two we had. You're out of order.
How's it going? Thanks for coming, Emile. You all
Yeah,
right?
it's all right. It's not too bad. Just wondering what I've put myself up for, but
Yeah, Paul, we just told Emile about the story Jimmy told last week about the shit bombs from Jamie Hand and stuff. Jamie Hand wants to come on
I know.
the show. Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm scared of what it'll do.
I don't really want to bring him on, to be honest.
Really?
He's been on the blow at me all week. He wants to come on. He's a massive fan of this now. So, yeah, we've got to have him on. And Flynny, let me tell you something about Michael Flynn. That's my other Welsh mate. I've got loads of stories later, hopefully.
With Flynny.
Michael Flynn used to talk like this. He's a Welsh boy. He come from fuck all, basically. And he signed the contract at like 500 quid a week. He was going on like he was on 5 million quid. I'm trying to give you a picture of the boy himself. He is a lunatic. You always get one in a team that ain't right.
What was it normally two if you're on the team?
Yeah, I was the one. Cheers, Ed. I was the one, but then Mike took over the mental, which I was so happy about. And then one day he come in, all the boys like... It was when we was at Wigan, we sort of come from first division to championship. We all come into a bit of dough, new contracts being signed, and so I bought myself an X5 4x4, and there's a few other nice cars about, and Flynny decided to buy one. Flynny come in with this old bashed up 4x4. It was obviously in about 5 crashes beforehand because the back of it looked like an X5, but the front looked like a Frontera. And he was like, "Boys, have a look at my fucking motor, isn't it gorgeous?" Like, no, Flynny, no, it's got about 150,000 miles on it, and it's like a bag of shit. But that's basically... That's Mike Flynn, but there's 100 more stories I can tell.
We'll get Flynny on at some point.
Yeah.
Who was it when you played? Who was the odd mark in your teams?
I've had a few. I actually never played with you. I left. You left Wigan just. And there was a couple of stories about Jimmy floating around. But his notorious mate Mike Polly.
Yeah.
Mike Pollitt, he's a bit of a nutter as well. He's probably the liveliest that I've been around.
Oh really? What did he used to do?
Just all sorts of crazy. There was one story where you put him in a basket and wheeled him down the road or something like that?
Yeah, we just
naked.
You basically, but I jumped in out the shower with just pants on, and Polly put me in and just like wheeled me about. It's just silly, really. But when you're there with 20 blokes, it's funny. Believe it or not. And the kit man would come in and we'd like... I'll tell you what we used to do. Do you remember back in the day, you jump on the horses and you had all the armour on, you had the long sticks.
What do you mean back in the day? When was you alive? Medieval times?
Yeah.
1400s.
Richard the Lionheart and Jimmy Bullard got out for a pint.
Don't
Don't forget your horse and sticks.
Seriously, just let me tell you.
Jousting? You talking about jousting? Back in the day, you go out, have a couple of drinks, call a few birds, do some jousting.
No, but do you remember that, yeah?
No! Stop saying, do you remember jousting?
No, but you've seen it on
I've
film.
heard about this.
I've seen it on film.
So basically,
Seen
I
a
would
Knight's
jump in
Tale.
a bin where you put your club of Pollywood. I'd grab a broomstick, he'd grab a broomstick. They'd
just
push us
shove
and you go, jousting! How are any of us still alive and we ain't got a broomstick through our neck? I don't know. But that's what we used to do in the Wigan change room. A bunch of absolute lunatics. But yeah, Polly was like a Bolton boy, northerner.
Yeah.
Born and bred from Bolton, old school.
Did you do any jousting in the change rooms?
No, I think all that left when Jimmy left, to be honest.
You played with McAteer at Liverpool?
No.
Was he not? No. Oh, right, he didn't then. So much I know about
That's a bit of research gone. We've had some reviews of the podcast as well before we crack on to the news stories. One from Twitter which said, the Jimmy Bullard and Rob Beckett, in brackets, with some other bloke, podcast is brilliant.
Who the fuck is tweeting that?
I don't think he's a full-time Devils fan, Ian.
Shut up.
Because he would know who you are.
Frankie Taylor, I'm going to reply to him on your phone and just get fucked. Get you in the press.
So you're the other guy?
Yeah, I'm the other guy. Give me his Twitter handle. I should tweet him abuse.
It's not nice to tweet people abuse.
Well, no, he likes
he's
the
only
podcast,
joking.
that's
It's not his fault you've got no profile, is it?
Yeah, no.
Let's not have a go at Frank. Jimmy, it's your birthday this week, isn't it? What are you doing?
My birthday this weekend, I'm going out and meeting about, I'd say at the minute, there's probably 20, 25 of my closest mates all meeting up in a pub at 5 o'clock, so this could end up
Jesus.
messy.
What,
Jamie's coming.
What,
Flynny's
today,
coming.
or is it later on in the week?
You're all welcome if you want to come.
No thanks.
Look at them all looking away. They're afraid. So we just, I was brought up Pixiu area, so I will be around that area. Anyone in that area who's listening to this podcast, come up and say hello.
Little shit bomb present.
Here's shit bomb.
Right, it's going to do some news now, some big news.
Here we
it's
go.
been a bit slow this week on the news stories because it's internationals. But the big story this week is it's been a slow week. The Raheem Sterling story. He's tired. Apparently, Raheem Sterling's tired and didn't play. Roy Hodgson rested him and also told everyone that he asked to be rested.
He does run faster than anyone else.
He does run a lot, doesn't he? Do you think it was a bit unfair that Roy Hodgson told everyone that he asked to be rested? It's sort of putting him out to the cleaners a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you get that tired? How tired did you used to get after playing?
I was a
Jim
machine.
never run around like that, though.
No.
Are you mad? That is chomp, wasn't it? I was one of the fittest in the league.
Really?
But yeah, he's a totally different player than me. Yeah, and being at that age, I would never say I was too tired. Really.
No.
No,
But you've got like weird energy levels, haven't you?
Well, no, I'm just a machine. I was just fit back in the day. I keep saying it, a machine. Yeah, there's no other way I could put it, really.
So he's definitely the fittest in the
I'd
league.
never ever say, I don't think, especially playing for my country, and he's put himself in the firing line there. One, tell the gaffer. If he's told the gaffer can tell the press. Obviously done.
But why would he tell the press?
Just because he's a prick. I've been with Hodge, I've played with him. He's got that and he's lucky, he's spiteful when he wants to be. That's it. And you know the game, the industry's spiteful if they want it to be spiteful. So just don't tell no one, keep it to yourself.
Stop banging the table, Jim.
Sorry. Make out you injured or something, tired. If you tell someone that, someone will go to the press, then obviously the fans are going to be on your back. And that's what's going to happen.
Do you get tired? Because I don't know.
He needs a new agent.
Everyone gets tired, obviously, but as Jimmy said, as a young player, you wouldn't say it. You'd just go through the pain barrier, you go through everything.
Especially playing for your country.
Especially just getting in the team as well.
But then again, if you're confiding in your manager, you'd expect that to be a bit private. You've taken him to one side and expressed how you feel with him. He could have just come out and said, well, Lallana come on, did well. I want to start with Lallana.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everything's finished. But no, he wanted to tell everyone that he came in and said that.
It's a little bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit. But then again, I personally wouldn't have gone to the manager and said that. No.
Did you get any sick notes when you used to play? People just couldn't be bothered, so it was just to pretend.
I played with loads of players that had no arsehole.
Really?
Yeah, that's even worse than sick notes for me. So basically, players not having a good couple of weeks. Oh no, I got an ME. Yeah, you shit ass. He's just playing no good. Do you get what I mean?
Really?
So
Well, so if they weren't playing well, they'll just couldn't be bothered to play.
Yeah, shit asses we call them. And also had players that would be awesome. I don't know if you had this, be awesome in training like Monday to Friday, especially Fridays. Unbelievable. He's got to play. See him on a Saturday. Where's he gone? Nowhere. He's still at the training ground, I think. I think we're a man down, gaffer. Oh my God, how many times that happened to me? I'd be like, he's got to play, he's unbelievable. Actually, play him instead of me. And then he's playing, he's like, what's he doing? Like, nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, shriveled up.
What is it?
There's loads like that.
Like?
No arsehole.
There's loads. You could say it's nerves in front of the crowd. Yeah, it's great to do it on the training field, but you don't need it on the training field. You need it
when you're
on
out in front of everyone.
Yeah, and they just can't do it.
Because a lot of people say that those players, it was amazing, but they just never did it when they went out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll see them on every training pitch.
You get better trained, but you also get the other way. And I was one of them, to be fair. I've been shit in training, but was I a hell of a player out there.
You had short confidence, were you, Jim?
Not back in the day, no.
Also, it was about being tired. Is anyone that was too keen to play? We don't really know what that question is. Just sort of like...
Yeah, Michael Flynn. He was one of them.
Was he?
He hardly played.
Flynny?
Yeah, play me, gaffer, I play. He come from... sorry. Shall I go on with this?
No, it's funny,
right.
yeah.
Okay, I'll carry on.
I don't know what accent. Was he Welsh?
Yeah, he was Welsh. And this is how he used to talk. Anyway, let me tell you something, Jimmy. He come from non-league, like Newport County. This was his first day at Wigan. So you got to imagine. His first day at Wigan, he come in to the training ground. And we're like old school, 4-4-2. Do you know what I mean? Workhorses. We're a fit little bunch of and hungry. Do you know what I mean? A lot of Scottish players, a lot of Irish, a lot of English. Real hungry bastards. And he come in like, he bowled in like first day. And the gaffer went, where'd you play Flynny? He went, number 10 in the hole, gaffer. Just a floater. All the boys have looked at him and gone, we only play 4-4-2, son. He said, not when I'm fucking playing, you dog. He's hardly played. He's not even played professional football. We're looking at him going, oh my God, look at the front on this fella. And he was shit. He was shit. Do you know where I'm coming from there, Ed? Like, if you get someone to come in who's having themselves that much, saying, basically, I'm playing the hole. Yeah, give me the armband if you want, Gaff. I've got a bit. You've got to have ability. Yeah. He's come in and he's like falling over. You are shit. Like, oh, you've got to produce a little bit, Flynny. But to be fair, he was funny, so he got away with it.
But you told me you paid him to like do stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you. Listen, one quick one, and I'll stop bugging it. But listen, this is a classic, right? Flynny was like my room partner, and as I said, he'd do anything for money. He's a money-orientated, hungry man. So, but he's one of my best mates. So we're sitting around the tables, and Rigoletto's, any Wigan fan, I know Rigoletto's was an Italian restaurant under the stadium or in the stadium. And he was shit scared of the manager, basically, Flynny. So he'd had the banter with the boys. The gaff would come over, he'd go, oh, he'd go all in his shell, like really bad, like a kid, basically. So it's quite weird. And so we're banned the restaurant. He goes, I tell you what, why don't I dare you all put £20 in, I sniff a line of salt, a line of pepper, and I drink half a pint of Tabasco. So we're like, you wouldn't do that. He says, I fucking would, you know. So he's done a line of salt about fucking hand's length, a line of pepper hand's length, and half of wine of Tabasco, right? He's gone bosh, necked it, right? And all the boys, he's gone, is the gaffer looking? Is the gaffer? And all the boys are crying, right? He's red hot. So he's gone. His mouth's gone. He's gone bright red. He was a spotty Welsh red-faced man anyway. But we jumped in a car. Jim, pull over. He's jumped out. He's gone to the corner he's gone on a corner shop, gone in, got a pint of milk, necked it. Oh, that aligned my stomach. I was fucking struggling then. So he's done all that, right? And you've got to imagine being in with all the boys. So we're watching him all the way up to wherever we was playing. He was struggling. And here's my roomie that night, right? So, gone to Kip and all that, talking about Flynny. He said, my fucking nose is killing me and all that. His nose was like running. He was just in all sorts of Tabasco, burning all his tonsils. I'm a kid, 3 o'clock in the morning. He goes, Jimmy, fucking wake up. I'm like, what's the matter? Turn the light on. I've turned the light on. There's blood everywhere. He said, I think my fucking septums fell out. His nose. The salt's burnt all his nose. And his fucking clots of blood coming out. Don't tell the fucking gaffer, whatever you do. I was crying. Oh. So in the morning, the mates come round and said, there's blood everywhere. It's like fucking someone's just given birth. Your nose is the worst, isn't it? So the bloke's gone in, he's gone, say to her I cut myself, don't tell the gaffer. True story. Absolute blinder. I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff this geezer done, mate. I'm telling you, absolutely brilliant. And then I said, was it worth the 200 quid, Flynn? He goes, fucking every penny.
Oh my God.
Ian, it's your quiz time now, isn't it? You always quiz our guest.
Yeah, I've got a quiz.
You ready for a quiz, Emile?
I've got a quiz for you.
What about you? So it won't be too hard.
Go on.
It's a quick fire quiz. It's very serious. So, in as quick as you can. You've got 63 England caps. Do you ever wear them when you go out?
No.
Do you wear them during sex?
No.
Would you prefer to have a dog's home called Heskey's Huskies or a cobbler's called Heskey's House Keys?
Oh, what?
So you can either have a dog home called Heskey's Huskies. You just sell husky dogs.
Okay.
Or like a cobbler's called Heskey's House Keys, where you sell people keys.
Dog home?
Dog home. Okay. How many me's would it take to move you? Like if you were like you're trying to stay still on the spot, like you're holding up the ball, I'm trying to shove you. How many of me do you reckon it'd take?
You're quite small, aren't you? So probably a good 50 of you.
50. Wow. Have you ever got? You might not want to answer this one. Have you ever got drunk and killed someone?
No.
No. What's your account number and sort code?
Yep.
It's going to work on someone. 1 week. I'm going to get someone. Oh, also, we've got... you had 63 caps for England.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you had more or less than Chris Waddle?
Ooh. More.
More, yep. Joe Cole?
Less.
More.
Huh?
We've had more than Cole. I don't know how many he's had. I haven't done that much research. I know he's had more than him.
Is it based on a hunch?
I reckon.
Based on a taxi
he
on
was
the
in
way
his
in, the
70s,
driver
to
said,
be honest with you.
No. All I've got is I've just got names written down.
Okay, go on.
Shearer?
Less.
Yeah, but only by one.
Okay, nice.
Really?
Yeah. Keegan?
More.
Oh, less by one.
I'd love that.
Oh, what you'd
I'd love it.
You'd love what?
I'd love it.
I just love it.
Oh, yeah. I'd love it if we beat
I
that.
thought we were all talking about getting a cap.
The last one, Gaza.
I've got more.
Yeah, you've got more than Gaza.
Yeah.
We nailed that quiz.
Nailed it.
That's quality, weren't I?
Yeah, nailed it. You're a bit trepidatious on the Huskies thing, but it's a big decision.
Yeah,
It's a
it
weird
is, to
question
be
as well.
fair.
Dogs
it
are
is.
for life, not just a podcast,
It
isn't
was
it?
a weird question. I think all 10 of them was.
Jimmy, the thing I'm talking about the England caps, in your book, where you talk about warming up in front of Fabio Capello trying to get on.
Funny.
He got called up and didn't get a cap. But then it was like the last friendly one. And he...
Always remember he's on the touchline. I always remember I was sitting next to Peter Crouch. I'm thinking, how am I going to get on? All these boys have got on. And I'm thinking, I only want to get on, do you know what I mean? Just get a cap. And they're like saying, make yourself a bit useful. And I'm like running up and down. I start off just running past him. Then I'm in the bench. It's like 15 minutes to go. I'm like, right, I'll tell you what, start stretching in front of him. So he knows, he knows then I'm game, do you know what I mean? So I'm stretching, but then I'm going more fear stretching. Then I'm thinking, right, put your pads on. Pads are in, laces up, boom. I'm in the dugout like that. He keeps looking over because all the boys are crying. At this time now, I remember my mate watched that game. He said, Jim, what are you doing on the bench? The camera kept panning to the bench and they were crying and you were just like pan-faced. I said, yeah, because they're all laughing at me trying to get on. So trying to tell a foreign manager I'm ready, but not actually speaking to him. So then, by the time I've done all that, I'm outside and I'm literally going, like doing little slow things by the side. By that time, they're crying. Still didn't get on, did I? Devastated. Then he come up to me right in the change room and went, Jimmy, why didn't you tell me you didn't have a cap? I would have put you on, Oh. Are you joking me? Postman patted.
Right, the other story this week. What did he say? Another week, another spat. And for once, the managerial children have buried the hatchet and are playing nice. Arsene Wenger has apologised to Mourinho for pushing him. Have you ever had to make an apology for anything you've done playing?
Only one a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. That's a bit of a liberty, really. Wenger's come out of his box into... But Jose's cool, isn't he? Jose's so cool.
I think he knows he's sort of got to him then, isn't he? That way it's just...
Wenger, I'm not
It's all a game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all a game. Try and wind each other up.
What would you think though, as like a player, if you look over and you see your manager fighting? Would it just make you laugh, or would it spur you on?
No, you just probably laughing. You told old men.
Such a distraction, isn't it?
Probably broke his wrist as he pushed him. It's like a frail man, isn't he?
He's got the six-pack, didn't you see that after the...
Oh, behave
He's got a
yourself.
six-pack.
He has, he looked quite
What,
good.
on his forehead? He's never had
No,
a
because he
six-pack
jumped at
in his life.
the FA Cup final. He took his
More like
got
Smithers.
Yeah.
He's a percentage of a man.
Percentage of a man. Not a fan of Wenger. Have you met Wenger?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not right. He's horrible.
Is he?
I don't like him. You shouldn't do that to me. No, I'm not on all that. I won't really having that.
No, but
Have a bit of
he
respect,
pushed
yeah.
Pardew though. Remember
That's
that?
what I mean. He's going around pushing characters. What's he think he's just manage your team, you muppet?
What do you think about Pardew at the minute, Jimmy?
But I'll tell you, no more questions about this man. Seriously, you winding me up, you prat, ain't you? No, don't. They're fucking pards. Seriously, he's the most hated man in the world, and we keep talking about him every week. That's why we went to number 10. We're going to be number 15 next week.
No more Pardew.
No one wants to hear about pards.
Emile, have you ever had anyone trying to wind you up when you've been playing? Any sort of like
No, not
dirty
really.
tricks or anything?
No. It's all serious when it's on the pitch.
Is that more like-
apart from him?
I couldn't play serious. I played almost best football when I didn't care.
Yeah, I think that's for him. I think that he has
really?
he has to be like that.
Is it more in the lower leagues when people sort of pinching and all that? Or is that a bit more of an old school thing? That don't really happen.
That's an old school thing. That doesn't happen anymore. Pulling shorts down, that's Jimmy's thing.
Yeah, I just do anything just to play up and get a reaction. I'm quite, as you probably can tell, I just do anything to get a reaction, good, bad or indifferent. I don't know why.
So have you ever had to issue a proper apology?
Yeah, I've had to apologise. Yeah, smashed a few things up. Trying to think.
Didn't you have a fight with Nick Barnby?
Oh, I had a tear up with Barnby. Yeah. Didn't last long, knocked him out one punch, but...
Did you?
I was a machine back in the day.
Let's get him on. Let's get Barnby on.
Round 2.
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you quick...
Is he hard, Nick Barnby?
Is he hard? No, he can have a tear up, but then he come up against it, didn't he? You know what I mean? Now, what happened? I'll tell you straight. I'm only having a bit of banter. But I'll tell you straight, right? I played Roll City, obviously. And but I come in at half time. It's 1-0 because 1-0 at Everton. Shall I tell you this story? It's a bit long-winded. Let me try and shorten it down for you all. Let me think.
He's currently closing his eyes and put his fingers up his nose. Do that.
You put pepper on there, no?
But the people listening at home, Jimmy went, I'm going to have to try and shorten that story. And like, what he did was he closed his eyes and put his fingers up his nose, sneezed, and carried on.
Meditation. That's trying to think of a story.
Sneeze out the story.
Yeah, but you just don't have as many stories as me, so it's very hard.
Sneeze them out.
So you got to like try and get it out, and there it is. So basically, player to player, there's a rule. You don't talk about people's money. You don't, I would never go on about... So he come in one half time and goes, we're paying you all this money, you should be doing this and that. And I thought, well, that's a little bit over the top. That's got nothing to do with like footy. I only said to you, to be fair, Nick, I thought you was comfortable on the back stick because he got beat in the air. So he obviously didn't like that. I can see where he's coming from. And I just used to wind him up. I left a bit on him and he just snapped. And he went, you're on this. Oh, all right, settle down. Let's talk about it Monday. Then he kept going. I said, we will see Monday then, won't we? Well, any fucking time then, bloke. It's test in a change room. There's a lot of male people there. There's a lot of blokes, loads of testosterone. We're losing 1-0, and it's just it can get out of hand. You've obviously been there, Em. It can get, and it's not nice when someone's speaking to you and you're getting, because a bit of pecking order it can be in football if you're not careful. You don't want to get shit on. Do you get what I mean? So you've got to stand your own corner because people will be like, "Fucking coward, you can bully him." You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, I'm not having that. You know what I mean? I'm a nice fella, but I'm not having you saying that. Yeah. That's a liberty, talking about my wages and what the club pays. It's got nothing to do with you. We'll see Monday. So Monday comes, I couldn't sleep all weekend. I swear, Dan, I was like raging. I was like, nah, this geezer's took it too far. So I jumped out of the car and we're under the Humber Bridge, right? So I've clocked him. I've said, come here. What'd you say Monday? And as he said that, I just grabbed him around the throat. I couldn't help it. I just went, whoop, the claws come out. Ragged him, he's chucked one, half clipped me, half chucked one, half clipped him. We've rolled around in a bush. But not to my... I didn't know where I just had the red mist. There's 50 to 100 old age pensioners watching, right? I'm telling you, I swear on my life, and they've all phoned in the club on radio saying Jimmy and Barnby's lost it. They're all having a fight under the bridge. So then we've had to go into
the pensioners recognised
as
well.
So it's made this whole big thing, which that's basically all it was. It was a big thing at the time, but then it just got put out.
Just a little,
But it's funny, like it was in front of.
Was it the Women's Institute?
The women. That's where that come from. Yeah, but they was all phoning in, all the like old ladies. We shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And to get back to your original question, I had to apologise. So I went live on radio, didn't I? And I went, I'm so sorry to all you ladies out there that to see that it shouldn't happen, and we should be more professional. And all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
But I wished I clipped him properly.
Yeah.
I missed him with about 14 punches thrown. Landed at 0.
I like that fighting under a bridge, rolling in the bushes. That's something from an 80s film.
Yeah. Who decided to meet there?
We used to, it's like sometimes after a game you go for a walk, didn't you? And you just have like a limber up and a little thingy off. And we just used to walk always on the Humber Bridge.
Okay.
I don't feel
so
brand,
the whole squad was there?
The whole squad was there, yeah. So it's another.
So you got 14 punches in before anyone jumped in?
They were taking bets.
We was all basically it's a proper tear up. Everyone wanted let them go.
That's nice.
I'll tell you what happened. There's a big bush. It's about chest high. Get on this. So I'm going to go right into depth now. I've grabbed him, rugby tail, but I've gone in. There's all branches sticking out the walls. I've gone in head first. It's like I've come out like Freddy Krueger. I've got like scars up everywhere, but I've got him. Like, and we've both got our feet ain't on the floor, so we've both got no, like, power. Do you get what I mean? So it's like two teddy bears fighting on top of a bush. What a bunch of pansies. So that's why they've left them, because we've got no... If you're just dangling, you can't get any power.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I don't know if that's come across right, but...
No, yeah, that's it.
It's just funny. It's just funny, really. And at the end, the boys are going, "Oh, Jimmy, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen." I was like, "Don't I go though? When I go, good fight." Yeah, look like a teddy bear. Oh, don't start.
Right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much, Emile, for coming on.
No problem.
You've been a brilliant guest. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks, Em.
Brilliant.
Thanks, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
See you all next week when I'll be married and you'll be 36, and Ian will still be here.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Bye, boys and girls.